Welcome back, you beautiful people, and welcome to a beautiful sunny day where human beings are flying around with canvas above their head. Today's a bit of an experimental day today where I'm going to be chasing some times. I am going to see how fast or how slow a rear-worn tyre is. I'm going to set down a time with a nice knobbly one, and then I'm going to put on one that's very worn and see which one is slower or which one's faster. They both have their benefits, so let's find out. So for this experiment, I'm going to be running my Canyon Torque. It's a 27.5 front and rear. It's a park bike. I actually love this bike a lot. On the rear, I'm running the Vittoria Mazza trail tires. So it is the lightweight one, but you can see there's a lot of life left in this tire. I've ridden it for 1 day so far, and you can see there's a bit of wear and tear on it, but enough to set down a time on this and then put on a tire that is, let's just say, dead, and then we'll set down a time on that and see which one is faster. They, like I said, both have their benefits. So let's do it. Let's talk about the trail, actually. Let's talk about the trail first. Now, this trail that I'm going to be riding is a red trail. It's flow, it's got some rough tech in it, it is fast, it's got some cool berms, there's a lot of roots, and it kind of starts right up here and then meanders its way all the way through where there's a big hip, and then it drops into the woods. It's going to have a good base with a bit of everything in there to throw at these two tires. So yes, we're riding the trail, 1,100 meters. And I'm going to set down a time, a designated time on the normal tyre, and then come back up and set time on the really bold tyre. Well, with minimum grip, but very fast rolling. In 3, 2, 1, dropping it. Yeah, let's go. Oh, this is where you're going to need the grip on the tyres. In these turns. Straight out, throw gap. Huge hip. Gonna need grip there, slowing down. Whoa, whoa. And tip. Manual. Oh. Okay. Whew. I've put down a base time on that with a knobbly tyre. Some of them turns, you need grip. On that note, let's go and talk on the track and see where you need grip and potentially you don't need it and you need to be a fast rolling tyre. Let's go find out. So let's talk about the track and where there'll be advantages and disadvantages between the two tyres. As you can see, it's a bit rough through here. And this is right at the top of the course. A lot of roots. This is where you want to find some grip in the center of that tyre because it's going to break grip because it's going to leave the ground and it's going to dig in. So here, I feel like the grippier tyre is going to come into advantage. But then when it comes to the corners, take a look at these right down here. These are very smooth. Where grip is, it's in there. It's a bit dry and loose. I think it'll be 50-50 between the two. Let's move on down. So this section straight out of the woods into this flat open piece bit where you got the step down into a big long right-hander berm. Yes, it's rough, but I don't think you'll need much grip here. It's all about rolling speed. Now this section from out of the woods and over the hip jump and into the woods at the bottom down there, it's about 30 seconds. And if this baldish tyre allows me to roll a lot faster, I might gain a few seconds here, which is key. Hello, man. So like I said, this fast section is about 30 seconds. So the speed I've gained and time I've gained there might get cut a little bit, because right here is where you need to come onto the anchors, because you're coming really fast off this piece section back into the woods. This way you're gonna hit the brakes because there's a sharp left-hander right here and it's a bit loose. So having a bit of grip in the center just to slow you down through here is gonna be key. When it comes to the turns, like I said, there's a lot of grip there, but on a fresh tire, those knobbles will start to deform when you compress into the turn, which will give you a lot more grip. Now, with a very worn tire, like the one I've got on my bike now, there's no knobbles to start to deform to get grip, because then they're completely gone. So you've got to be careful, but it is fast rolling. You just got to manipulate the bike a little bit more when it comes to the turns. When it comes to the rough stuff, like these routes here, these bedded routes, all of this is where you would like to have grip, because as soon as you lock up, that's where you need them to dig into the ground to slow you down into the next obstacle. Whereas the fast rolling one, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be fast, because when I brake, I'm just going to speed up. So that could be in my benefit. We'll have to find out. So I've been out here for a week, and this is my beloved rear tire. Loves the rear tire. Look at it, very well worn, a bit shaggy on the corners there. The middle is totally worn out. Built for speed, this one. Let's see how fast or slow it is compared to the knobbly one. Right, time to find the inner grip with a tire that's bold on the back. Dropping in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. The grip is not there on the rear, I'll tell you that for sure. Fast through here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Super fast. Oh, brake down too fast. Brake too fast. Oh, burped it there. I burped it. Through the whoops. Oh, I'm gonna need a brake here. Whoa, that was too slick. Oh, and now the rear's scary loose. I felt quicker, only because I probably know the track. Oh, let me catch my breath. Let me talk about it. Now give me a minute. Got my breath back. Let's talk about that run on a pretty well-used tire. A week of just full-on descending out here in the French Alps. Morzine, Leger, Super Morzine, Chatal, everything. I'm a pretty lucky dude, but it does kill tires. And I thought, what better way to see which is faster? And to be honest, I haven't checked the times just yet. We're gonna leave that to the end. But coming down there at race pace on this, in some bits, there is no support. When the tire starts to deform, you want those knobbles to deform to the point where it gets traction, where there's nothing on here. Yes, I got some sidewall treads here, but in there, between the center and halfway between those two there's nothing. But it is fast. And on these slick turns, it is incredible. It puts me on edge, and I'm like, oh. I start to ride a lot smarter. I don't brake as much because I know there's not going to be much, so I'm trying to find the perfect line. On that note, let's go and see the times. Wow, what an experience today was. Just riding a super-ish, very worn tire that's been a week old out here in the Alps to a tire that has just been on the trail for one run. The difference between the two is pretty incredible. But I just want to point out a bit of reference. Now, I like riding motorbikes on the road as well as on the dirt, but when it comes to on-road motorbikes, when a tire is worn, you can feel it. It's really crazy in turns because you get this crazy flat spot in the middle of the tire. And then when you come into a turn, it's like there, and then it drops in. Now, when you get a brand new tire on your motorbike, it's like worlds apart. It's like, man alive, I can corner. Now the same goes with these tires, because with the worn one, on the trail, there's no support. You got like, there's grip, and then there's no grip. Whereas when you got a brand new tire on, it's like grip. You can feel it digging. You can feel it folding up. Now, it's always good having a new tire. And when it comes to a brand new tire, it's like Christmas. It's like, oh my gosh, the bike feels totally different. And that's the main thing. It actually adds riding performance when you're on the trail, a brand new tire. Now let's talk about the times, because, okay, ready? 1:49, the time, for the new tire. And the used tire, right, is 1:44, way quicker. Well, way more seconds quicker than a newer tire. I think it's because the rolling resistance, and it's really hard packed up here. Even though I know it in the corners, it's way more loose. But I know that's gonna happen. Whereas the grippier one, I'm like, wow, this is nuts. There we go. But there's one thing I also need to point out, that today is a really dry day. It's a hard packed day, and the conditions are super dry. And the high rolling tire is gonna be beneficial. So let me know in the comments down below if I should try this on a wet day and see which one is faster, because I think maybe it would be the grippier one. We don't know. Let us know in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I've loved it, just bombing laps on tires that are worn and a brand new tire. It's Christmas for me. Anyway, I'll see you next time. See ya.